Well, the Abyss came about because I wanted us to do something that was bolder, that was more interesting, really pushing our boundaries and the boundaries of beer at the time. I asked the brewers to do it, and they were nervous about what it would be, how it would work. We've never made a beer with this much alcohol. We've never made a beer with this much grain, with these extra ingredients that you're asking. And I said, look, I'll take the responsibility for it, but I want you to make, using your knowledge and skill, an imperial stout that's at least 10% alcohol, that has cherry bark and blackstrap molasses in it, and I want it to be as extreme as you can push it, as far as you think you can push the boundaries.
There are a lot of specialty ingredients in the Abyss. We use a great deal of brewer's licorice, which is from Italy. We use a great deal of blackstrap molasses, which gives you a lot of rich sugar. It melds with some of the chocolate, roasted malts and things that we use in there, giving it a lot of that viscosity that you're really looking for. Vanilla bean, that's a finishing ingredient that we use, and as well cherry bark is involved in the finishing of the beer. And the cherry bark is really present to me in the aroma. We use bourbon, and we use Oregon Pinot barrels, and then the third is New Oregon oak. About 30% of this beer is aged in oak. Some folks might not call that an ingredient. Oak aging is an ingredient. It gives you a component of wood tannins. It gives you a bit of the bourbon flavor in this case, or Pinot flavor in the case of a Pinot barrel. A lovely aspect of this beer is really that oak aging component that goes into the final blend.
And we thought this was a kind of beer that could live for a long time, so I said, why don't we do a best of consumed after dating? Because we really do believe that these beers are worthy of aging for a while at the very least, and at the most, could live for 10, 15, 20 years.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and the payout's pretty awesome.
We have to continue to improve the product. I mean, that's what we're here for, is to provide a better and better experience for the consumer, and make sure that this beer continues to be regarded amongst all those great imperial stouts. Cheers.
Cheers.
Beautiful.